What's going on, everyone? This is your boy Man Up here coming at you from Man Cave Sports TV. As you can see, I'm back in my man cave. I know there was a few times that I wasn't. Got a few hours before the Texans kick off this 2019 slash, I guess you could say 2020 season, postseason matchup with the Buffalo Bills, wild card round. I had got an interesting question slash comment from a Mr. Dead Shred 999. Now, I said I was gonna do a video about it because I thought it was a pretty great question slash comment. I'm gonna read it off, then I'm gonna give you my response. Hey man, up how are things? Listen, I wanted to ask you this. Is just me asking. I know you're a bit more optimistic and others a little bit more optimistic than others over the sauce. I don't know. I think Huncho is to the heart, but them brothers say a lot of trust me most of the time. I feel anything less this season than the AFC Championship and OBrien has to be let go and we hire a new head coach. How do you feel about this? Now, before I continue, I want to say this here. I've said this 100 times before. Me personally, I'm not one of those type of fans that fire a head coach, hire a new head coach, bring this person in. This person ain't doing this right. All that good stuff. I never, I've never been like that. I've always paid attention to the players on the field. Now, that's not to say that the players. That's not to say that the coach isn't doing his or her job. Well, his job, but I've just always been that way. That's just always been me. I look at things differently from other players. Other fans. I'm sorry. Uh, I'm not saying how the fans look at it's wrong. Only thing that gets me frustrated is that I'm not telling you you're wrong, so don't tell me I'm wrong. If that makes sense of how I put that. Now, let me go ahead and continue. You win division titles to help get into the playoffs and your spot in them. This was OBrien's fourth or fifth, which is impressive, which all the different QBs we've had. That's true. A lot of people don't really talk about that. So that's another reason why I'm not big on hiring fine coaches. We had a carousel of quarterbacks come through here. I can't even think of them all right now. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Uh, he started off with Matt Shaw, but that didn't last too long. Ryan Fitzpatrick, T.J. Yates, Matt Shaw, Matt Leinart. I can't think of everybody, but it's been a bunch of quarterbacks going back and forth. I cannot think of all the quarterbacks. So that's pretty impressive. Not too many coaches will be able to do that with all them quarterbacks. Especially in 1 year, he kept rotating quarterbacks going in and out of every game. So, and we still have winning seasons. At 9-7, I don't care how you look at it, it's still a winning season. It's not that impressive, but it's a winning season. There's only one other coach that ever done that in history. As much as he has, as much as Bill O'Brien. That's another thing that people don't talk about. And that one coach was Bill Parcells. Not even Vince Lombardi, not Tom Landry, Chuck Noll, none of them coaches had as many winning seasons as Bill O'Brien as rookie head coach. As a rookie head coach, that's what I'm trying to say. His first place, the first spot you ever go to be a head coach in the National Football League, and you have winning season after winning season. 97 is a winning season. I know it's not that impressive. I know that still somewhat sucks, but it's a winning season. And not too many head coaches can say that stuff. So that's why another reason why I'm not big on firing and hiring coaches. Because the players have to produce. That's just how I see it. Don't need no feedback, no argument on that. I know everybody see things differently, and that's fine. I just hate the fact that people tell me that I'm wrong when I don't tell you that you're wrong. That's just how it goes. Anyway, let me pick up where he left off. Okay. But Deshaun Watson is a franchise quarterback. He's got 12 or 13 more years. Yeah, I'll say that's true. So O'Brien has everything he needs. So one and done in the playoff or losses in the division round, I cannot expect any more. If we get to the AFC Championship game and lose, but are competitive, you know, make it a great game, then I can put up with him for one more season. Sorry for writing so much. What are your thoughts on this? Well, like I was just saying, me personally, I'm not a big fan of the coaches. I'm not. Everybody has their own way of viewing things, and that is fine. I'm not knocking it. It is what it is. And it's not that I'm more optimistic than others. We all want the same thing, our team to win, us to win championships. Everybody wants that. Everybody wants it. We just view it differently. I'm going to give an exact quote from Deion Sanders. But notice here, he wasn't talking about the Texans. At the time, he was talking about the Dallas Cowboys. But I thought this quote made pretty good sense. He said, and I quote, "Fans always want change when things don't go their way. They always want the coaches to get fired. You have to look at the men that's producing in between those white lines. Quit always talking about fire your coach when it's not always the coach." And that is true. It's not always, keyword, always the coach. Sometimes it can be the coach and the players. Sometimes it can be just the coach. Sometimes it can be just the players. Hell, sometimes it can be the owner or the GM. Hey, sometimes it could be just the location. I mean, for some reason, look at it like this. Vince Lombardi, when he was coaching the Packers, he was winning like crazy. He go and coach the Redskins, couldn't really do nothing. Uh, 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 look at look at dang, Mike Shanahan for the Denver Broncos. I think it was the Raiders. No, I forget what team he coached before the Broncos. Couldn't do nothing. Go to the Broncos and win a couple titles. So it's sometimes it could be a combination of different things. That's what I'm trying to get at. I mean, hey, we can also look at what happened with us with Gary Kubiak. He go back to Denver, where he started, I guess you could say, win a championship. So it's just a combination of different things. It can be, in my personal opinion. Now, I'm not, like I said before, it's not that I'm more optimistic, no. It's just that I look at things differently than what other fans look at, or a lot of other fans. I'm not going to say everybody else because I know that's not true. But it's just that's just how I look at it. Now, I've said this 100 times before. I do think that if Bill O'Brien don't at least make the AFC Championship game, I think he might be let go. I think he might. Never know. Now, that's just my personal opinion. I think a lot of other fans will basically say the same thing. Now, let me also say this here. I also think that if we make the AFC Championship game, and let's just say we lose, but we're competitive, we're fighting, we're thriving, we're hard fought game, he might keep his job. But if we go to the AFC Championship game and we get blown out, I think he might leave. He might get fired. I mean, that's just what I think about that situation. So, with all that being said, though, I said this before. I'm gonna repeat this. Excuse me. Sorry, getting a little tongue tied there. I'm gonna repeat this. It's not that I'm more optimistic. No, it's more the fact that I'm just looking at it differently from a different scope than everybody else. Hey, some people might be looking at it the same way I am, just putting their own little 2 cents on it. That's what I see. And like I said, we all fans and we all want to see our team do the same thing, which is win. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't want to see my team lose always first round exit or win the wild card game and then lose the next round. You know what I'm saying? When we first made the playoffs, the first time against the Bengals, hey, That was good because we haven't we haven't made the playoffs in team history before that. Then we go again and beat the Bengals again. Okay, we're like, okay, cool. But now we want more. And I can understand where everybody's coming from. Don't get me wrong. I do. I understand that. But the only thing that I say is, and I'm going to say it again, I just can't blame the head coach for everything. This is how I look at it. Let's say you go to work. Your boss is your head coach. He lays down the game plan. He's letting you know this is what has to be done. This and whatever the situation is, this is what has to be done in a timely manner. We got to do this. We got to do that. And if he lay out the game plan, get your mind right, get you prepared, let you know what's going on, and you don't do the job, the boss ain't getting fired. You are, if you ain't doing what you're supposed to. Now, let's just say the boss don't tell you what's going on. You don't know. That's when the boss will get fired. That's how I look at it. If that makes sense. It's like going to work to your job. Your boss is your head coach, and you're the player. The boss lay out the game plan. Let you know what's going on for the day, what has to be done, why, and all that good stuff. If he does that and you don't do what you're supposed to, you're getting fired. I mean, people get fired on my job all the time. My boss will say, hey, this one needs to be done. You got to get your productivity up. Excuse me. Get your productivity up. You got to do this, you got to do that. And if you don't, you're getting walked out. You're leaving. It's over for you. It's kind of like it is in any sport. You can see those players that ain't really producing, they gone. I mean, let's switch it over a little bit. Go to the Houston Rockets with Steve Francis. Great talent, great talent. But all of a sudden, you could tell he wasn't in it no more. It wasn't for him. He wasn't producing, towards the end of his career like he was supposed to. That's why the Rockets traded him. And then you can see when he went to Orlando and then he went to the Knicks, he wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing. So he's no longer in the NBA. Great talent. Great, spectacular talent, but you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, guess what? You're gone. That's just what it is. So, with all that being said, man, I hope that answered your question there, Mr. Dead Shred 999. Uh, like I said before, that was a great comment and question. I've said this 100 times. If Bill O'Brien don't make it, if we don't make it to at least the AFC Championship game, I said that he more likely he'll get fired. I've said that. So, with all that being said, though, man, like I said, we got a few more hours until kickoff. Can't wait. I'm excited. I hate to say this, but I am going to end up missing the game because I have to work. But I am recording the game, so I am going to watch it. So, with all that being said, though, man, I'm finna go ahead and get up out of here. Try to give me a little bit more rest. Gotta go to work. Chunk the Deuce at you, man. As always, as you could tell, you was in the man cave. Sorry, but I gotta kick you out the man cave. Holla.